You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome back to Movie Bears with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kirk.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
And we're joined by Natalie Tran, actress, content creator, model, dancer, and singer.
Does this song slap at the My Boo? Had you heard that song before?
Oh, yes. I love that song.
Okay. I heard it in a commercial like 3 years ago and it came...
Oh, maybe I'm not a singer.
To be your lady, baby. Have you ever sung that song yourself? Have you ever sung it to yourself like while you're like getting chicken in the kitchen or something?
No, should
like
I?
Preparing, I don't know. Yeah, when you're getting ready for a date someday in the future.
Oh.
I want you to sing it to yourself.
I'll try that.
Yeah, or with your bros in a garage like this.
Well.
Yeah, we could all sing it.
Do you think bros actually sit and sing like that? Ever?
Not that song. I don't understand why they chose that song.
Because they're all like in their early 40s and that song was hip in the like late 90s.
Yeah, but it's not a bro-y song. It's not a bro-y song,
Well, I
though.
think that's like the joke of it. It's
Oh,
like, why
yeah.
the fuck are they singing that?
Actual song, when the way it's produced is like a party song, but just singing it a cappella. Anything a cappella is not gonna, sound as fun. Is he a loser? Do we think he's a loser? I'm just pivoting wildly.
Craig?
Yeah, well, Kirk and I got into a little bit of a debate on if Craig is a loser.
Oh, he's the biggest loser. It's like he is the loser in the movie.
So I wanted to make this distinction, and I think that I will get attacked. I would argue he loses in the movie. He himself is not a loser.
Yeah, but we don't really know his life outside of this movie.
We know that he was able to score Kate Mara.
Yeah, I guess true.
And that's impressive. And then he was able to be by her side, and she stayed married to him through cancer.
Yeah.
So they've gone through a struggle. He's not a loser. He's the kind of guy we should want in people's lives initially. And then he goes through, because of Paul Rudd, his life is ruined.
I do want a guy that breaks my windows and punches me. We all need that guy in our lives.
Well, but your relationship with that guy is, you're talking as if you're Paul Rudd, but wouldn't you want to be Kate Mara? I mean, not getting left in the, tunnels and stuff. Yeah. What I'm saying is that this is about a decent person who is brought to lose things because of the sneaky feline.
My argument is that, one, his wife doesn't really like him all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one. Two, he has zero friends. His only friend in this movie is Paul Rudd.
His son.
They're not friends. Do you think he's friends with his son?
The Steve Carell logic you had earlier, but we were going to go see a Marvel.
Yeah, but his son wasn't go with him. I think did his wife and his son go watch the movie?
Do they see the movie? I don't
know.
No, it's just all the bros that see it.
Oh, wait, and then third, he has like zero hobbies. Yeah, I'd qualify him as a loser.
He keeps his lawn up. He cleans his house, it seems.
That's
He's
doing chores.
looking at a book.
That's chores.
Yeah, he maintains a lifestyle. He had to go to school, come through it, get this important job where he gets to, lead ad campaigns.
I guess we have different definitions of loser.
Yeah, what's your
that's
definition
pretty broad.
of
Like,
loser?
I asked, do I want to be this guy? And I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
You would want to be able to be him at the start. He goes through a process of what?
At the start of his life when it was
At
better.
the start of the movie. I'm arguing, and like I understand what you guys mean about him being a loser. I'm taking a different position and staking it out as he's not a loser. He goes through loss in the movie due to his relationship, due to the outside influence of Paul Rudd. Character.
That's fine. I'm not even saying loser because it is such a broad, subjective term that could have different meanings. I'm just saying I don't want to be him.
Ever at the beginning nor at the end. No, obviously not at the end.
Definitely not at the end. I don't even want to be him at the beginning, though. Like, the reason I think I and a lot of other people like Tim Robinson is like they make us feel normal, us awkward people.
Yeah.
I watched Tim Robinson. I'm like, well, I feel normal now.
Say more. Oh, because he's so weird.
He's so weird. I'm like, well, I feel like I just graduated like from America's like top charm school after watching it. You should leave. At least, at least I'm not that guy.
That's the argument I made after we watched this movie when we saw it in theaters. Everybody's kind of weird in the movie, but he's the weirdest guy out there because he's so awkward. He doesn't know how to interact with people. He sings a song. He pulls a gun on you.
They all sing a song.
Yeah.
And why did he have a golden gun? Like, again, this goes back to my overarching theory of Paul Rudd is the villain, not Tim Robinson. So you're arguing for why Tim Robinson is the bad.
Yeah,
I'm arguing Paul
Robinson
Rudd's
is
the bad.
self-sabotager. He's the villain of his own story.
He buys don't you want to be the guy that buys a van for your wife?
A van? I don't want.
His
I don't
separated
want a van.
ex-wife.
Well, to be ex-wife
Yeah.
to be, as we see in the movie. But in general, there are things that he does, again, such as being the man that stands through cancer with his wife and then helping her with his business. Not a loser.
Well, those are honorable characteristics, but I don't want his life. I don't want
Is
his
smoking cool?
What?
No.
It's okay, that's the correct answer. Thank you. But this goes to why Paul Rudd's the bad guy. Tim Robinson isn't smoking.
But he's a bad influence.
Yeah, he's a bad influence, and he's
an especially bad influence for someone like Tim Robinson's character, like Craig, because Craig is like vulnerable to the bad.
He's
influence.
vulnerable. He's not a loser. He's vulnerable.
That still could be.
I'm gonna start saying that when someone calls me a loser. I'm not a loser. I'm vulnerable.
You don't do the thing you told on the other segment where someone was sending you hate and then you turned it around on them. What do we think the commentary on the corporate world is of the movie? Because we see him trying to sell a political candidate and a dating app.
I was watching the Andrew DeYoung interview part of it, and I think he said that they chose that job for him because it was like the opposite of connection, or what was it? I can't remember, but I remember I was like, that's very interesting.
Like a marketing person doesn't form an actual relationship with
Yeah,
people.
it was like such a fake world. Shoot, I should have written down what he said,
Oh,
but
like a
I thought it
parasocial
was
connection?
I thought it was interesting. So then that like played into him trying to become friends with Paul Rudd. What's his name? Austin
Yeah. Carmichael.
Mm.
That's as good as that one in the Jurassic World Rebirth, Mahershala Ali's character. Can any of us remember it now?
Duncan Kincaid?
Yeah,
Duncan Kincaid. Would you trust a Duncan Kincaid?
I don't know. I think of just Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts Kincaid. Why didn't they do a tie-in with Dunkin'? See? These are all strong points. I don't like this idea that bros can't sing. Can we go back to that?
No,
Why you're wrong?
I'm not saying bros can't sing. Choose the right song.
So
Such a weird song to sing to your bros.
Mrs. Farx can attest to this. Ben Farx and I were once walking down Grand in St. Paul. I'm not saying there were any libations. I am not saying there weren't. But we started singing Living It Up on the Nights on Broadway.
Oh, I haven't heard the song. So
Living it up on the nights on Broadway. Singing them love songs. And we were doing better because we were harmonizing. Well, I was surprised he knew this song and as many lyrics as I did. And, what I'm saying was wrong about it is that we were not on Broadway. We were on Grand Avenue in St. Paul. But we harmonized.
That's cool. That's fun.
it's
Do
a
you and your
appropriate
friends
song.
sing together?
Yeah.
What's a song that you and other college students might like? Are you guys like in the dorms like singing, or is this more like breaking into song on campus? And are the art
High
kids
School
weirder than
Musical?
all the other ones that you kind of look down on by the cool kids on UT's campus?
It depends. There's a wide range. There's some art kids that are super cool and awesome, and there's some that are very weird. But I think
Weird
that,
like Tim Robinson, or weird like?
No, just weird weird art kid, weird band kid, weird theater kid, whatever. But there's also weird finance bros, weird everyone. I think every college has weird people and cool people. But I mean, I don't know. I'd say the art people at UT are, I don't know. I would say like at a public university, maybe they're less like freaky about art, whereas if they went to an art school, you'd probably meet more of those people that you could deem as strange.
Do you guys have to take classes, like normal classes, like English and science still in the first year or two? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're mixed in with
Yeah.
That's good. Why did you pick UT Austin? And this isn't related to the movie. I should have done this in the interview, which will come out after this segment.
Oh, yes. Because I wanted to go out of state, and I wanted to go somewhere warm because I hate the cold. And I wasn't even planning to apply to UT, but my friend who lives in Austin was like, you should apply to UT. And I was like, do they have a good acting program? I looked it up. They did. So I applied. The application process was actually annoying. You had to write so many essays. But then,
What's so many?
there were like 4 additional essays on top of
Wow.
the main ones.
So you had to write 5 essays. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a lot, and they were all annoying. They're like, "How do you want to be a leader?" Like, bro, if everyone's a leader at this school, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Why aren't you a leader in influencing?
I wouldn't say I'm a leader. I think it depends. There's some people that have like billions of followers. I only got 1 million.
So you're looking at the next comma. You're not looking at what's already behind you. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great.
Definitely.
There is a theme here where when we interview you and have talked about some of the other things is that, hey, I didn't realize I had a meta rep, and then I talked to somebody and it's everything's relationship based.
Mm-hmm.
What you do, what I do, what Nick does. Nick is a full-time video editor and shooter for commercials and industrials. He's got a W-2 job, and we're proud of him. He was doing that since you've known him. Same job, whole time. Me? No, I've jumped around jobs. Kirk? No one can tell what he's up to.
I work in corporate.
Really?
Yep.
Do you think there's any parts of this movie where they aim and miss? Like, is there any part of this movie you think they didn't accomplish versus, like, it might not have worked for you, but I would argue there's no part of the movie that I don't think is exactly what they wanted.
That's an interesting way to put it. I don't know. I mean, like I was saying before, is I feel like after it ended, I'm like, what was the point? Like, what just happened? I feel like it was just a movie of Tim Robinson being the worst person ever.
He went through all this and finally formed a connection with Austin Carmichael because he winks at him while he's getting carted off to jail. Like, don't you think they will share in some fun things, some fun escapades again after this?
No, because I think if he had changed and not done this, I think it would have been a much better movie because he would have grown and learned. But since he did this, he doesn't learn anything.
You think the movie should end at his house before he goes
crazy with his new van that he just bought for his ex-wife? It's weird.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when that was happening and everything was going well and he's like good with his wife and the car and everything, my friends were like, "This is still the Toad trip." Like, he's still tripping.
Oh.
And, like, this isn't real. So then I was like, oh, true. It's going to snap and he's going to still be in that closet thing. But that just wasn't the case. And then we were like, oh, okay.
What did the Toad trip represent?
I don't know, but that was probably, like, my favorite part. It was so funny when he's like, I just had a sandwich. I just went to Subway. I don't know.
Black Forest ham?
Yeah. Black Forest ham.
Is that anyone else's favorite order at
Subway? He actually ordered, and then did he get pepper jack cheese? I don't know what he got.
I can't remember the cheese. That's a good question.
But sometimes I'll get a BLT, but sometimes I'll get Black Forest ham.
You go to Subway?
I used to a lot more. I don't really anymore.
Because of Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very different.
R.I.P. No, they don't have the $5 footlongs anymore. No, I just used to go a lot because, like, between shows and stuff, like, if I'm coming back, I don't know, my mom would always take me to Subway.
I will almost exclusively not go to Subway. And I don't want to be like the Nelk boys talking to Benjamin Netanyahu. Did you hear about this? They asked him Burger King or Benjamin Netanyahu is the prime minister of Israel. Then you know who the Nelk boys are, though, right? Oh, it's very cool. Okay. I'm still not sure I understand who they are. But they interviewed the prime minister of Israel, who is in the middle of a hot engagement, and they asked him McDonald's or Burger King, and he said Burger King, which is weird. What is your long sandwich of choice?
Long sandwich?
Long sandwich?
Firehouse?
No, they're not.
Quiznos?
They're still around?
Somewhere.
Potbelly?
Yes, I was gonna say Potbelly.
But they're not as long.
You
So
can
how
get a
long is
one.
long? Like,
it's in the Herberts and Gerberts. It's
yeah. It's like you can't get a foot. There is no such thing as a foot long Potbelly. There's like an 8-inch or 9 maybe. I don't know.
expect you to know.
I did not measure it, but I just can tell by looking. It's like not. Just put more stuff.
Wait, what is your long sandwich of choice?
I do Firehouse subs.
You said no to Firehouse, but here Kirk is liking Firehouse.
Maybe I'm thinking of Jersey Mike's that I didn't like.
I was about to stand for Jersey Mike's. I had one
good.
today. Thank you.
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
This college student thinks it's cool. Do you get hot or cold subs at Jersey Mike's?
Oh, I think I've only had cold. I think. Actually, I don't even know. I had them like catering because at my high school they would do Jersey Mike's catering.
Oh yeah.
But I actually don't know if I've ever gone out and just gotten Jersey Mike's myself.
I haven't gotten it an embarrassing amount, like once or twice a month for
Oh, wow.
a couple of years now.
That's good, though.
I get the same thing, and I don't know what's wrong with me.
Jimmy John's has a new, like, very large, like, Italian. And it's like, okay, now this is...
Yeah. I like how fast Jimmy John's is. So I'd always get Jimmy John's because it's so fast. At least the one by me was, like, actually fast. And then I would
They got it to you?
Yeah.
Or just you'd go, okay.
Or no. Like I would go and order it, and it was so fast. It's out before you even pay for it.
Yeah,
but then I went to one and like not near me, and they took so long. I'm like, this is not freaky fast. How are you taking so long to make the sandwich?
What does it mean that he doesn't get the sandwich at the end of the trip?
I don't know. See, and I don't know if it has any meaning.
It does, because I listened to an interview with Andrew DeYoung,
really?
and also I misidentified him as being Asian. I've now looked and been like, oh, that's a white man. I don't know.
He's white?
Wait, what is he?
Well, I don't know. I don't think he looks white, and I also don't. I heard the last name, and I was like, is that Asian? But then I saw him, I was like, he doesn't look Asian.
Yeah, okay, so we had the same journey.
Yeah.
That's great. I feel better about that. No, he said that Tim Robinson can never, Craig Waterman can never get what he wants. Never giving him what he wants is the point, because he didn't call him a loser. He just said he was not a good person. And I think there's a difference between a loser and a not good person.
Yeah, there's a difference.
What's that difference?
But Craig is definitely a loser.
And a bad person?
I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if I qualify him as a bad person.
Bader, come on.
I mean, sure, he waves a gun in people's faces. That's bad. But he's more self-sabotaging. Is that being a bad person?
Because you're only harming yourself. Self-sabotaging a bad person.
Because you're only harming yourself in the long run.
I guess.
Yeah, it's bad because the world deserves the best you, okay?
The best.
Look at this young entrepreneur in front of us who is giving her best right now down in UT Austin, but soon LA, and then next the world, also New York. Well, you know, I know, I heard New York is where you get the most views. I don't know. I don't truly care.
What you asked the question?
Oh God, let me get out of here.
I'm sorry. Well, I really, really like this movie, and it bothers me.
So do I. I like the movie too, but I could debate about it.
You could debate about
what? Why did you ask the question if you don't really care about my answer?
Well, no, I don't care about fighting the other side of the answer. That's what I was gonna fight you, and then I've got a lot of weak baits that I came up for this one, so I apologize. Yeah. Under what conditions does a young person see a movie? That was going to be for you earlier, and I didn't ask it because I didn't love it. Guys accessing emotions is a big thing for the movie. Like, is that his self-sabotage? Is that like when his wife is like, "Hey, I could get cancer back," and he's like, "You won't get the cancer back," and just can't be sensitive or quiet to moments he has to.
No, I think he's just trying to be supportive. You're not gonna get it again. I mean, how often do people get cancer a second time?
Now you've given me a bait. Thank you, dear. No, he's specifically he's making it about him and going, oh, well, you're not gonna get it, because he's being funny. By being funny, he's taking the attention towards himself. Therefore, he's not being as sensitive as you ascribe him to be.
So are you saying he's making light of it that she could get it again?
He is uncomfortable with his emotions, so he is reacting in a funny way. Like, I'll agree with you that he's a self-sabotager. Do we all agree he's a self-sabotager? Let's diagnose further. Is it that he's self-sabotaging because he, like many men, is uncomfortable with certain emotions and then doesn't know how to react to them?
Yeah, I would say so. But I don't know with that line specifically, if it was that. I think that was just him being tone deaf and dumb.
Tone deaf and dumb?
Yeah.
But you think supporting?
Yeah, I thought I think his idea of being supporting, not that it was actually supporting, but...
Both of you can be correct then, so, okay. There's the soap scene, when he puts the soap in his mouth.
Oh my gosh, that was also, I was like, my jaw was dropped. All me and my friends were like, oh my God.
See, if you would have been in a theater with the elder millennials, we were all cackling, as I recall.
We were just like, we were just speechless.
Because that's pretty cartoony to me, because he doesn't know how to react to fucking up. He took it too far. He can't be like, sorry guys, I took it too far. I need to calm down, you know.
Well, it's like the same thing. He can't be sincere in expressing emotion in either situation. It's like, so it's almost like his version of a sarcasm, maybe.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna say this. I can't say the thing I mean, so I'm gonna say the opposite and be sarcastic, like a regular person might do. But if a Tim Robinson character does a voice, like,
why would someone? And
you know,
don't answer because you guys are older, so you've heard of this is a form of abuse. Why would someone put soap in someone's mouth? Like, why might an adult put soap in, let's say, not an adult's mouth?
Well, it's usually if the kid said something bad, it's like you need to clean out your mouth.
Okay,
and
so
it tastes
that's
bad.
something you still heard of.
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
Okay. So why does that relate to that situation?
He's just punishing himself, and I think he thinks it's gonna be funny, and he expects them to be like, "Oh man, you don't gotta do that," and they're all laughing and stuff, but it just ends up being so cringeworthy and
The
horrible.
reaction is that you're weird.
Yeah,
man.
like you're so weird. It was so funny. Oh my god.
Everyone is mean in this movie, Kirk said.
Yeah, they're a little mean to him.
Because he's a freak. I think I would act like that too.
Yeah, but even like before they know him that well.
That is true. Kind of at the beginning, they were still a little bit not.
Everyone, though. Like, he gets his coffee, but he does it in this weird, douchey way where he fills it up right to the top. Yeah, and so, like, he's doing something right at the edge of wrong, and then it's constant. Maybe the coffee is a metaphor for him because he's filled up right to the top, and then anything that sets him off, like, and the guy walking down the hall is like, douchebag.
I wouldn't, but he's not
The
fulfilled.
coffee is a metaphor for him. The movie is very deep.
No, he's not fulfilled. He's not full. I think he's so empty, though. Maybe that's the other
He's
side
the cup of coffee that gets gradually bumped more and more throughout the movie. Mostly, what's moving my hand is Austin Carmichael spilling all the coffee with his smoking and sneaking into City Hall.
No, I would argue Austin is the coffee, not the cup. I think he's the cup.
Austin is the coffee,
yeah.
not the cup.
Because he's pouring way too much into Craig at the beginning. Because he has a total nosebleed. And then when he cuts him off, no more coffee, he's going crazy. It's like a withdrawal or something.
When he cuts him off after he's weird. And
when he gets knocked out by Craig, yeah.
No, I don't think that he's the coffee. I think he's the thing causing him to lose his coffee in the mug. This is his life. This is the thing. Like, he's already filled with the good things. Got a house, got a job, got a beautiful wife, cool kid.
Technically, they're selling their house. He doesn't have a house anymore. We don't know if he bought another house to move to. His kid doesn't like him. His wife doesn't like him. He has 0 friends.
Why is his kid doinking 2 girls at the end?
I don't know. That's his
or
choice.
dating 2 girls. Well, no, but that's a specific choice. What do you think that I'll turn to the person? You're closer in age to the 15-year-old son than we are. Do you think he's legitimately dating 2 women at the end?
Wait, where does...
When they're at the dinner before they go home at the end, he's wearing that stupid orange hat, and he's like, dating 2 women is literally killing me. And then he stands up and he's wearing a Tool shirt, which really confused me because, do you listen to Tool?
No.
Do you know what they sound like? Totally fine if you don't. That's like something that I think I associate with people who are in their early 40s.
No.
Okay, cool. Do either of you know Tool?
I know Tool, yeah. I mean,
okay,
I don't know how I would describe it. I mean, it's definitely like hard rock.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
And it's like, so like the son's representing hard rock wearing like a stupid South Park hat, and that makes him look like a cartoon South Park character to me. And then he's talking about dating 2 women. The son is seemingly killing it.
Yeah, well, he's doing a lot better than his dad. I don't know. I don't think it was important that he was dating 2 women at the end, or 2 people.
While the dad can't even maintain his one relationship, the son is juggling 2 is where I saw that. I'm trying to read into the movie just to find something to get you guys to disagree with me.
Yeah, I don't know. I barely even remember that part, so I feel like I don't have much input.
You've got female friends, right? Do you think female friends and bunches of guy friends act very differently? And if so, how would you describe that difference?
I would say yes. It's actually funny. I don't mean this in like I'm one of the boys way, but I do actually hang out with men more than women, which is not something I'm like happy about. Actually.
You're not a girl's girl?
Oh, fuck.
Whitney Cummings would be so mad.
No, like I am, but like I think I have a lot of individual girlfriends that'll hang out one-on-one, and it's more like, yay, let's hang out. But when it comes to like the friend group I watch this movie with, like it's 3 other guys. Yeah. It's not like on purpose or anything.
Comedic content makers?
I met them all in theater. They don't make content themselves. I mean, but actually I think I do have a good perspective because I have a lot of girlfriends. I also have a lot of guy friends.
Yeah.
But I would say yes, but I do tend to befriend women that are like have also like stupid senses of humor. I don't know.
Wait, why is it, what do you mean stupid sense of humor?
Like, because I think boys can be characterized as having like dumb senses of humor, and I'm like,
why would we be characterized as that?
I don't know.
Because we like farts and dick jokes, that kind of thing.
Toilet jokes.
Yeah, probably.
There's not a lot of those in this either, I would argue.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
I like those types of jokes, as we know the show's name shows that. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. But so what was the question of like
this movie specifically about male friendship, and I've given some diagnosis as to why it could end up like this, but I'm trying to dive into what's the difference between the way guys are friends with each other and the way gals are friends with each other.
Yeah, I think guys are friends with each other on more of like a, and this is gonna be so like stereotypical, but like, you know, bro hangout way, funny, they do fun things together, but maybe, and this is not the case for all male friendships, but I think most of the time they don't have as deep of an emotional connection, whereas women bond on more of an emotional level. I think hangouts with girls consist of more conversations, talking about feelings, talking about each other, whereas guys, it's like, let's hang out and get lit and do this awesome fun thing. Yes, we had so much fun. You know, like that's the main difference, and that's so stereotypical. Like obviously you can like mix and match and do that with any gender, but I would say like that's the main difference that is like kind of obvious. I think most people can agree with that.
Women can be fulfilled by conversation with one another. Men tend towards some sort of activity-based relationship style. I can go with that. And maybe if Tim Robinson had more activities, if Craig Waterman had more activities, he would have friend groups is basically what I think he lacks at the beginning. That's why Nick doesn't want to be him, I guess.
I mean, do you want to be Craig, whatever his last name is?
I want to talk about the good things in his life. I think if somebody wants to have a job and be married and provide for a family, he's accomplishing those things. Obviously, there's a reason I, relate to that. And then that he's able to try new things, that's good. Went through a hard thing with his wife, that's good. Was attentive to the needs of her business that she was developing. Mrs. Farx pointed that out too. So where's my feminism award? Is that the plane we're coming to bring it to me?
Well, I was going to say, I don't know, maybe he doesn't realize the good in his life either. Maybe that's why he's so self-sabotaging. Maybe that's why he can't make friends. He can't do these things because he's, I don't know. Maybe in some ways he does think he has enough. I don't think he thinks he has anything.
He doesn't have friendship, clearly. That's
but it's amazing how one little thing kind of messed up his entire life, the one thing he didn't have. Shouldn't the other 5 things he had been enough for him?
I think you go to the Dale Carnegie wheel of like, you need these, all the spokes fulfilled in your life. Otherwise, the wheel is off balance and clunky.
Yeah.
Connor O'Malley's scene, the garage scene where the veteran guy comes out and yells at him. Are you familiar with that guy from other things?
Not really, actually.
Connor O'Malley. The guy that comes and yells at him in the garage.
Yeah.
What was it like ditching your wife?
Is that the actor's name or the character?
The actor's name is Connor O'Malley. I don't know. I think the character has a name because I remember checking the credits.
What I know, what his like he's from something else that you know of.
Unfortunately, the thing I first came to know him is playing young Louis C.K. on Louis, and I've seen him show up in bit parts since then on different sitcoms because he's married to SNL alums. 80 Bryant's. Her husband.
Okay.
He was on her show for a little while. I was wondering do you know who 80 Bryant is?
Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like an idiot. You're just asking me to know who this is.
No, you're not. It's when did you watch SNL? I assume you don't, right?
Oh, like a little, yeah. I'll watch it here and there. I actually just auditioned for them, so.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nice.
So
how
I was
was it?
Like watching some. I actually was pretty proud of my audition, and then my agents were like, "This is really funny. Good job." So.
How do you audition for SNL?
Basically they just asked for about a 5-minute compilation of original characters and skits that could be put into the show. So I just did like 5 different characters and impressions and stuff.
And then you'll find out you'll potentially go out there and then.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not expecting that at all. But I just did it because I'm like, why not submit it just to be seen?
If your agents can get you seen that way, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the Lorne Michaels biography. Well, 70%. I'm listening to it. I'm not reading it. That'll have been possibly talked about in another episode prior to this. I think that's a high point to leave on. What do you think? Do you have any debates we need to hit before the end?
Well, any last thoughts on friendship?
I liked the movie and I thought it was funny, but it fell flat for me because I was like, what's going on? It just felt like a jumbled mix. And it was entertaining, but it just kind of left me thinking, what?
And thank you for coming on. The point of the show is to disagree. So the way I'm going to disagree with you to end it is that it reminded me of the good things of my life. And I clearly have friendships. So
Aw.
yes,
That's so cute.
we see you as a friend and colleague too, Natalie.
Yay.
So anytime you want to hang out in the man cave, let us know.
I'll pull up.
Or if you if you get into SNL, I can tell you so much about the Lorne Michaels biography. Anyways.
Join us for Natalie's interview segment. We'll catch you guys on the next debate.
So when were you getting the influencer status before you went to college, or did that happen at college?
That happened at college. It happened after my first semester during winter break.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.